Happy Thursday. It's Miss Cashin back again. Today's ABC Countdown Day is all about sharing something from C, your culture. And I don't have any, I'm half Irish and half Norwegian, but I don't really have anything to represent that. So I have potatoes. These sweet potatoes were not grown on my farm, but they're important to me because I grew up on a farm. So these potatoes are going to be sitting next to me. Maybe I'll just put them like right here, like right on top, so you remember where I come from, which is the farm in upstate New York with all of my cousins and relatives and a lot of horses and cows and pigs and a ton of vegetables and chickens and ducks and all of those things. So these potatoes represent the farm culture that I come from. All right, make sure that you have a pencil and paper. We're going to start with some time, but I want to make sure that I give you guys a little bit of time, haha, to draw the clocks. So I'm going to do it with you. You should have a pencil and paper now. Go ahead and draw 2 circles. I hope that your circles are way better than mine. This first one was just so bad, I have to redo it. And then you're going to write the numbers. So start with 12 at the top and then go down, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and back to 12. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the bottom, 7, 8, 9 at the left hand side, 10, 11, 12. Then draw the dot in the middle and go ahead and begin. Your times are 12:55 and 1:50. Make sure that you're thinking about whose hour it is and what hour it is close to, and that it's really easy to tell the difference between your hour hand and your minute hand. I'll give you about 1 minute for this one. Go. Okay, so let's start by thinking about these times really critically. I know that at 12:55 it is only 5 minutes before 1 o'clock. So even though it's still the 12's hour, my hour hand is gonna be wicked super close to that 1 o'clock. In fact, in a kind of not so hot clock like this one, it's gonna look just about like it's on the one. The reason why it's so close to 1 is because it's really, really close to 1 o'clock. 12:55, 12:56, 12:57, 12:58, 12:59. The next hour is 1 o'clock. So that hour hand is almost on the 1. Now I need to worry about the minute hand. It says 12:55. Well, I know the 6 is 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So my long minute hand, remember the hour hand is the short hand, the minute hand is the long hand, is going to be on the 11. Now this second clock needs to say 1:50. Just like the other one, I'm going to think about this. Well, if it's 50, then it means it's only 10 minutes before the next hour. So even though it's the one's hour, it's only 10 minutes before 2 o'clock. That means that my hour hand is going to be pretty close to pointing at 2. Now, if I know that my minute hand was on the 11 to show 55, I also know that the minute hand should be at the 50, which would be 5 less, on the 10. If that was a little too speedy for you, then we can start again at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's 1:50, so that hour hand is almost at 2 o'clock. This next question asks you to count on by tens from 289,795. Make sure that you are counting on by tens and not different 100 or anything else. here by kind of backing it up a little bit and labeling the place value of each of these numbers, because this is a really big number. We haven't dealt with something this big in a little while. I know that this is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. Now, when I look at this, I'm like, okay, I need to count by tens. So what I'm really worried about are the tens and ones places. But I'm definitely not worried about the 289 because that is the 100,000s, 10,000s, and thousands. And when I look at this number, 795, I know if I'm counting by 10, I'm not going to get to the next thousand. So I'm going to go ahead and box this off because I know that every single one of my numbers is going to start with 289,000 because I'm counting by tens. So the thousands and 10,000s and the 100,000s are not going to change anytime soon. Okay, now usually I would say that only the tens and ones are going to change. But when I look at the tens and ones, I see 95 and I'm like, uh-oh, that's a tricky number. That means that the next 100 must be coming really, really soon. So I'm not going to think about the 289,000. I'm just going to think about counting by tens starting at 795. Now, if I were counting by tens and I needed 10 more than 795, I can just check that by counting on, by looking by counting by ones. 795, 796, 797, 798, 799, 799, 800, 801, 802, 803, 804, 805. That makes sense because it is 10 more than this number right here. Now notice my hundreds also changed. It changed because I had to cross into the next century. That's because after 95, I know in just 5 more is going to come the next 100. Another way to think about this is to look at just the hundreds and tens. I know that the ones aren't going to change because I'm counting by tens. So I know that there's going to be a 5 at the end of every single one of these guys, just like I know 289,000 is going to be at the beginning. So I can just cross those out or kind of cover that up in my mind and only look at that 70. You see that? Yeah, at that 79. In this number, there are 79 tens. And then in this number, there are 80. So if I'm counting on 805, what would come next? Well, that's pretty easy. What's 10 more than 5? 15. So the next number is 815, 825, and 835. That makes sense because my ones are never going to change when I'm counting by tens. It also makes sense that I blocked out the 100,000s, 10,000s, and 1,000s because I'm counting by tens, and I can tell that we are not going to need to touch those other numbers right now because this number is still in the hundreds. Okay, let's move on to the next question. This is a little bit tricky. It took me a while to think about, but you guys got it. Miss Gilbert has one of the 9 coins he has in his pocket. Take a minute to solve. by thinking about the fact that's included that he has 9 coins in his pocket. That must mean he doesn't have any dollars. And if he only has 9 coins, I'm gonna guess that some of those are going to be quarters. So let's look right now. Only 9 coins. And I know that of this 38, the only coins that 8 could be is a nickel for 5 cents and 3 pennies. 1, 2, 3, because 5 plus 3 is 8. That's already 4 coins. Now, what I have left is $1.30. How can I make $1.30 out of only, this is 4 coins and he has 9 total. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of only 5 coins. So I only have 5 coins and I need to get it up to $1.30. What can I do? Well, let's think about our quarters. If I have quarters, I have 25, 50, 75, $1, and then $1.25. That would mean I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets me to $1.25. Oh my goodness. I got $1.25. And then I know that I have 8 cents here, but I still need to get to 30. So how can I get to 30? Well, I need to add another nickel. So now I have 25, 50, 75, $1, $1.25, $1.30, and then 8 cents here. So 35, 36, 37, 38. But wait a second. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coins, and I was supposed to only have 9. What can I do to fix that? Well, I have 2 nickels, and they're each 5 cents. I can combine them into one dime for 10 cents. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cents. This was a tricky problem that took me 2 tries to figure out. So if you were a little bit confused about how to get exactly 9, I would understand why. All right, this next one brings us back to something we were talking about yesterday. In the video yesterday, we talked about how you can't compare different units. So when I was trying to compare the length of James's sunglasses case, which was measured in centimeters, and Ari's book, which was measured in inches, I couldn't do that. So let's think about that. Items can be compared. So I want to look at the units. My sister's height, 66 inches, and mine, 5 feet, a 16-centimeter bug, and a 3-inch bug, a 435 mile trip, and a 9 Find which letters can be compared. Right. So let's look at each of these. My sister's height and my height. Well, her height is in inches and my height is in feet. I know that in every single foot, there's 12 inches. So I could figure out how many inches 5 feet is. So that means I can compare those 2 different heights. B says 16-centimeter bug and a 3-inch bug. We talked about this yesterday. Can you compare inches and feet? I'm sorry, inches and centimeters? Nope. So B is cross. He is comparing a 435-mile road and a 9-mile road. Although the 435-mile one is way longer, they're both measured in miles. So I can compare those. All right, team. Have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow.